Okay, Brendan Walsh here demonstrating Lab 3 for EEE 333 finite state machine. I'm just going to program my board real quick. Okay, and you can see we are in state 0 with the reset asserted. LEDs 5 through 9 show the position of the switches. You can see only position 1 is up. The LED state obviously is 0, because we're in state 0, and LEDs 3 and 4 are also off per the output of the state machine. That's our Z output. I'm going to go ahead and switch to state 1. Using test sequence 2 from the lab manual, and clock that in. We go to state 1. You can see our state LEDs go to 1. The switch position obviously moves with the switch that's flipped. I'm going to stay in state 1, clock that in again, and you can see it stays there, nothing happens. The next state we're going to move to is state 2. Flip those switches back, clock that in, goes to state 2. Our binary output for the LED state goes to 2. LED of course stays, LED Z of course stays off, and the switches reflect what switches we have set. The next one is to attempt to clock in something with more than one LED, or more than one switch set. You can see the LEDs illuminating switches 2, 3, and 4. If I clock it in, nothing happens. Go ahead and set this back to just be switch 3. If I clock that in, we'll move to state 3. The LED state, the LEDs for the state change to binary 3, and now our output for LED Z goes to 1, 0, as called for by the spec. Alright, now the next thing to do is move from state 3 back to state 1, so I'm going to turn off switch 3, turn switch 1 back on, and clock that in, and of course we go back to state 1. LED state goes to 1, LED Z turns off, and of course only the switch for or the LED for switch 1 shows as on. I'm going to move back up through the cycle, clock into state 2, back to state 3, clock that in, and finally move to state 4. And we see the LED state, or the state LEDs have changed to binary 4, so 1, 0, 0. LED Z is at 1, 1 per the spec, and our LED for switch 4 is on. Now if I try to move back to state 2 and try and clock that in, of course nothing will happen. If I try to move to state 3 from state 4, it will stay there. Of course nothing happens, and the last step is to flip our switch for state 0, which is our asynchronous reset, and it resets as soon as I flip that switch.